today? I was a bit cold. We're not cold people. What are we doing today? And in the wider bits, when we talk about health, we talk about our body, just not mere the absence of diseases, you know, and bottom line is that if you've got good health, you've got wealth. And every time we do health ministries, I think we focus a lot on health, even diabetes, hypertension. And just something that struck my mind that we need to talk about wealth as well. Let's talk about wealth. Wealth code. I was having a shower this week and I thought, what should I talk about? And something dropped in my heart that we should talk about wealth code. Wealth code is a big deal in this 21st century. What is wealth code? I'm going to give you examples of what this means and how it affects us individually. Health is wealth, but the wealth code is a framework of building, maintaining, and protecting wealth, emphasizing both financial strategies, personal development, principles to achieve lasting abundance. It's a metaphorical term for principles of strategies for building wealth. And wealth in itself is not a single key, but a combination of actions. It's not a secret password, but a discoverable operating system. I call it my DOS. What do I call it? DOS, Discoverable Operating System. You will understand this as we go on. Now, when you talk about wealth, in the secular world, we have the literal code for wealth, which is the get-rich-quick schemes that everybody has online. You see, if you log into your WhatsApp or TikTok, you find this, you want to get rich in 45 minutes, do this, blah, 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 blah. Buy this app for $49.99, you do this. These are get-rich schemes. You have the financial systems code, which is the practical knowledge where you need to get wealth. And we have the personal wealth, the deeper meaning of it. So I've come up with this acronym of wealth and what wealth code means to us. So the W stands for why. Why do you need to get money? Why do you need to get wealth? Why do we need to be self-sufficient? The E is the education. We all go to school. We have a course we've studied. But who teaches us how to manage our finances? They don't teach us in school. As medical people, as nurses, doctors, therapists, everything we go study, we are not taught these things. How much education do you have over your finances? Assets. The assets. So communication, please, can you put my screen up, please? The assets. If you look at assets, you look at yourself as an individual. How much assets do I have? What makes an individual is your asset base. You can be very asset rich, but not physically liquid rich. But when you're asset rich, you're considered very wealthy. Leverage in the W. Communications. Okay. The leverage is how much leverage do we take in the system around us? What leverage do we have over our lives, as it were? How do we manage and maneuver things? And the T there is the time. The time. The time it takes to invest. The time it takes to get knowledge to do the things that we need to do. The time it takes to put a lot into acquiring this wealth, and the H is the habits. So why do we need to get rich? Sometimes people say you want to develop a millionaire's mindset, to develop a deep understanding of what truly makes you rich. That's why we all want to get rich. What's the education? In this education, I've come to realize that people need to take 100% responsibility of their life. I've got these 3 Ds of life. Your decision determines your destiny. Whatever you decide to do determines how far you're going to go in life. And your mindset, shifting and limiting beliefs. You know, in this country, it is said. All right. So if the people you're living with are carers, you're most likely to be a carer because they will only show you the path of what they're doing. Now, if you come in from Africa, for example, and you say to yourself, even though I'm living with a security man, I don't want to be a security guard. You've got to shift limiting beliefs, and that's the education that we require. You know, I've got examples and examples and examples of how you can change your belief. There was a day when I came to England. I remember there was a particular day I was walking in front of a hospital, and they said, "Oh, we're looking for a medical secretary." I just interpreted the medical secretary literally. Medical, it's medical. I've got medical knowledge. Secretary, someone that can put things in place. And I walked in, and I told them I could do the job. And I said, "Do you have experience with a laptop? Can you do this?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I can do it." In my mind, I was thinking, I don't even know what they're talking about. But in my mind, I felt, I'm not going to be limited by, you can't do this, you can't do that. And the guy was the head of department, gave me the transcripts of his clinic and said, "Do you understand medical terminologies?" I was thinking, me, I'm a doctor from Nigeria. What do you mean? I can do these things now. And then the guy gave me the transcripts. I listened for the first 30 minutes. I just couldn't even pick any word from the transcripts. I did not understand anything from that transcript because he was speaking English at a frequency I didn't understand. I had to slow down. I'll be rewinding every tape, one after the other. I'll press the rewind again. I didn't pick the words. And the guy came back. "Have you finished the 2 letters?" I was like, 2 letters? Which letter? He said, "There's a letter on the transcript he gave me." He said, "But you said you got experience." I said, "Yes, I have medical knowledge." The guy was laughing at me. And I was laughing at myself. But there was one thing I had. I didn't limit myself in that instance. The guy said, "Well, it's obvious I can't do the job, so he's going to have to let me go." I said, "You can't let me go. This job depends on, it's life and death to me. I would learn on the job. I would train myself on the job. And I would deliver on this job." The man just looked at me and said, "I like one thing about you, your confidence." And he gave me the job. I stayed extra hours every day learning to type. Who typed in Nigeria? I never had a laptop. If you see, the only time I went to, I touched a laptop or a computer was when I went to do online browsing to get the admission for the school I was coming to in England. So I didn't even know how to type. And when they were telling me, "Are you a secretary?" I said, "I've got experience." You know, I did not limit myself. I called Pastor, I said, "Pastor, I got this job." He was laughing at me. Like, who goes to tell somebody that you know what you're doing when, but you should not limit yourself. You shift limiting beliefs. Strategic financial planning, very important. You don't know what you're doing with money, you're going to fail. You see, when you go into a place that's green like this, you put things in place. You don't need to know everything in the beginning. Just say to yourself, by this time and this time, I want to achieve this. By this time and this time, I want to achieve this. If you do all of that, you'll be fine. Skill development means that you have to move with the trend. Master high-paying skills relevant to the modern economy. If you want to be writing in this day and age, when people are already dictating and is transcribing for you, you're going to miss the mark. If you think you're not going to follow these Gen Zs with social media, you're not going to advertise nothing because they move at a terrific frequency. You read books. They say that if you want to kill an African person, write a note and put it in their book and put it on their table. They will not read it because they don't read. Say, "I will kill you tomorrow," put it on the table for the African person. They will come and be cleaning the table. They will not see that paper. It's so bad how much we don't read things. I said to my kids one day, when I put something on the family group, please go and read it because I'm not putting it there for fun. And they'll tell me at the end of the day, "Oh, I didn't see what you put." No, you must have seen it because you go on social media. The moment you pick your phone, what do you look for? What do you think about? Check your father's text. Check your mother's text. Check the family group. It's an important details. You don't plan your life without affirming the things that make you on a day-to-day basis. Attend seminars, do workshops, articles, videos, YouTubes, WhatsApp, TikToks. There's so many things that can help you with knowledge and education. Assets. How do we get assets in this country? We have regular savings, compounding ISAs, high interest saving accounts. I can ask many people today, how many people have high interest saving accounts in this country? Do we even know what they mean? We don't even know. Goldman Sachs, ASAs, Aviva, Scottish Widows. Do we know that these guys have as much as 5 to 7% interest rates on any savings accounts in this country? Do you know what a compounding ISA is? Do you know that you have stock and shares ISAs? Do you know that you have an ISA in this country that is free of charge? For every £4,000 is put in an ISA, you get an extra £1,000 to buy a property, not more than £350,000. Do you know that analyses that say that if you put £300 in an ISA, compounding regularly every month over 25 to 30 years, you become a millionaire in 30 years' time? You have £1 million. That is why the English don't struggle, they don't do business. They follow the principle that their godfathers, their grandfathers had done. They inherit money. They put the money in an ISA. They leave it there. It's consistent. It's growing. It's compounding. In 25 years' time, they change their lifestyle. They stop driving the Ford. But we, black people, the first car, Mercedes. The next one, BMW. We are expenditure mentality. They have growth mentality. Now, property investments, real estate, tangible assets, these are all fundamental things. Stocks and shares. How much stocks knowledge do we have? Do we know about them? These are long-lasting stuff. Commercial papers. I was saying commercial paper to my wife someday. She said, what's commercial paper? Commercial papers are very, very good stuff that you can buy into. You could get as much as 29% of the value of your investment on return of investments. I was telling you, I was watching a particular commercial paper from First Bank in Nigeria, and Dangote was doing something about this refinery, and he released a commercial paper of about 29.9%. Without doing anything, you don't have to be poor. So imagine you have £1 billion. It means that with 29.9%, you are sure of 300 million naira every year on a 1 billion without doing anything, without having to do anything. All you need to do is sleep and wake up. These are all fundamental knowledge that we need to do. Treasury bill. They say the safest investment today is to put money in treasury bill because you're borrowing what? The government of your country. The money does not go away. It is there. What is the highest? The beginning of this year, it was 25.5%. At the middle of this year, it was about 14-point-something%. But if you target your treasury bill and you buy early, you can keep money there. Fixed deposit investments. The more you have, the more you negotiate, the more you trade, the more you give your terms and conditions to these things. Mutual funds, bonds. Bonds are very good if you have loose cash. Put your bonds in. Over a period of time, it works for you. Business creation, startups. And we know a lot of people do startups as well. Start up a company. When you get funding for startups in this country, they are there. Go to jobs.ac.co.uk. There are people that give startup funds. There are funds in Europe that helps with startups. All you need to do is justify the funding. Justify what you want to do. Look at Amazon. Amazon will borrow you money to do Amazon business. When you get to a particular point, those are startups. Referral scheme, incentivized schemes. Those are the easy making money scheme. There was a time in my life when I knew that I had 100 doctors working with me. I introduced all of them to utility bills, Octopus, and I gave them Octopus accounts. So when I referred to them, I got £70. So I gave all of them my own link. I got 100 people, £70 referral scheme. And they gave me £70 for those 100 people. And I got paid. You must just be smart. You must just understand things around you. Ask them, do you have cashback? Do you have top cashback? You don't have. Let me refer you. Do you use Revolut? This week, Revolut was giving £200 referral fee. Just refer somebody. Just know somebody that doesn't have Revolut. Refer them. You get £200 cashback. These are easy peasy money you don't have to do anything about. It's all about what you know and asset consumptions. Leverage. Where is leverage in our lives? Leverage knowledge. Leverage the things that you do not know about. I had a guy who did not know anything about stocks for 25 years. I had traded for over 30 years and I've been doing the same thing over and over again. The guy had money and said to me, what can I put money into? I said, you can do the bill of stock. I said, I don't know anything about it. And then the guy leveraged on my own knowledge and I showed him, and now we're at the same level. So the journey that took me 30 years took the guy 1 year. That is leverage. Destiny helpers. Me. We pray all the time. Find me, help us, destiny, that will find me, that will make me understand the principle of things I want to do. Seek information. Get intel. Why is America the biggest body in the world? Strongest body in the world? Because of one single thing. They get intels. You see a gatesman at a security gate is a CIA agent. He's just sitting there with one 3310 Nokia phone. It's not even a WhatsApp phone. It's there. I just saw a car coming. They're about to go out now. It's a black Mercedes. He's giving intels. That's all they do. America will pay for intels anywhere in the world. What do? Do we get intels? I live my life on information. Get information. They said if you live in London, if you live in Nottingham, people in London are likely to get more information than people in Nottingham. It's true. Get information where you are. People around you, they've got information. Income generation. Get multiple scalable income streams. You don't have to have too much, but have multiple income streams. How do you get multiple income streams in this country? Very simple. Our salary, that's the first thing we get. I get paid. In that salary, how do you spread it? Take some of it, put it in a savings account. And the next one, in a fixed deposit. And the next one, can I buy, can I sell? If I don't know what to do, can I get an high interest savings account? They will open the account for you for as long as you live in this country. Go to Goldman Sachs, go to Aviva, go to Scottish Widows. They have so many. If you don't know what to do compare.com. It will bring all the high interest savings accounts in this country and you start picking which one. Which one is the highest? What are the small blueprints there? Check it out. They're all on the internet. We're in the era of check, and check. There's nothing Google will not tell you. Building a legacy, long-term perspective. What's our long-term goals? How do we put these things in place? When I came to this country, I saw people sending their kids to private school. People, you see, said, the wife of, what's this guy? The wife of the daughter of the last queen. The one that died. Queen Elizabeth, this first son. Kate. You know Kate Middleton's family, their grandmother actually put money in the trust to send all the grandchildren to university in a private school. She put that money there. It was a leverage. She had done a long-term investment that everything I got from this proceeds we'll be using it to send our grandchildren to school. What do? How can you plan it? When we come to this country, we need to make plans like that. What you just need to do is simple. Buy one house. This house is for our family investments. The next house is for holiday. This house is for sending the kids to private school. This house is for family problem. This house is for loose cash. Plan long-term perspective. Begin to think ahead, and you start putting things in scalable streams. Build systems that create freedom rather than stress. You guess what? If you ask me today, I love my job, but do I like the stress that comes with it? No. Do I want to be on call every day? No. At what point in my life do I want to be free? I like my freedom. I don't like the stress. So as I'm walking, I'm creating freedom on the journey. Because I know at one point in my life, I don't want to do wake up in the morning 6. My wife was telling me this week, why are you waking up and leaving home at 6? I said, because my post-take starts at 8, and I have to be there. I don't want to be there, but I have to be there. So I have to create freedom for myself. So on the journey, start to create freedom. Start to create freedom. How do you create freedom? Look at your environment. Look at the market. What is going on? What can I do differently that nobody else has done? And then you make the move. One of our brothers that we know said he came into the north, and what he saw was that people were drinking out of Zobo. What did he do? He went into the dungeon and started buying all the Zobo leaves. He started buying all the Zobo hibiscus leaves. He bought everything, created a heap, and he said to himself, now I have all the collection of Zobo in the north. What do I do with it? He didn't use it in Nigeria. He started shipping it to Germany, Malaysia. Now, if you look at it today, the guy is one of the youngest black guys on Forbes. Forbes Africa. He got on Forbes last week for selling just Zobo. He's a multi-billionaire. When he left Zobo, you know when we peel oranges, the back of oranges, they started to dry it. He was drying it. He was drying it. He was collecting everything. He formed a heap of it, started sending it abroad. They were using it to make all their deodorants and things like that. So we need to start thinking, what is in my raw material? What is around me? What do I need to do? What can I use differently? Identifying lucrative opportunities. Sometimes in life, it's not about how much knowledge we have. You just need to identify what is happening around you. And you don't even need to know about it. You only need to ask and you get. That is leveraging the system. You must leverage the system. There was a time in this country when they won't give scholarships to anybody who is not British. But it doesn't mean you don't try. You know, there was a time I was looking for a job. I was sending out 100 applications every day, like my life depended on that job. When I finished my master's in public health, there were no jobs for black people. There were no jobs everywhere. You will apply for a public health job, you won't get the job. But you know what? I kept applying for lecturing jobs. I want to lecture. How can you be a master's and you cannot do anything? And they didn't give me. You know what I did? I walked up to the university one day. I saw them lecturing and I said, I can lecture public health. They laughed at me. And they said, do you have a diploma in education? I said, no. Do you have a diploma in teaching? I said, no. Can you do this in English? I said, no. I said, but I know the public health. And they said, no, they won't give me the job. I said to them, give me 1 hour slot. Let me talk to your students. If they don't like me after 1 hour, then don't employ me. And the guy just made a mistake. Gave me that opportunity to talk to the class. And then he gave it to me, and I stepped up. And I lectured health economics and health promotion that day. The guy sat there wanting to make a fool of me. But at the end of the class, he said to me, we've never had any lecturer this good since we've been lecturing health promotion. My salary changed from £5.35 to £45 an hour. Just because of that single move that day. So in life, never be limited. Do not let any belief system shape you. Step up your game. If they say it is impossible, tell them it is possible. Because that's the system you live in. Sorry to say this, you will do something 10 times more than the regular person before you are noticed. You would have to try more and more and more before you get to the top. Time. Be at the right place at the right time. Have an early start. Be vigilant. Allocate your time appropriately to leave room for growth. Be wise. Making investments to create lasting financial success. What do we do with our time? I'm sorry, youth, what do we do with your time? An average teenager today is on the phone, on Instagram, on TikTok, on something. What are you playing around with your time? What do you do with this time when this time is in your hands? I said to my daughter one day, tell me about equity. You don't know. Tell me about credit systems. You don't know. You have a phone in your hand. What do you do with that phone? Go and read up on equity and come, let's have a conversation. Go and read up about credit scoring system and let's talk about it. Go and read about borrowing system and let's talk about it. Spend more time. Diversify your thoughts. Do micro-learning. Don't just be pressing game. My son, give him 1 hour. He will press game for 1 hour. You have to poke them. Have you read something today? Come, let's discuss it. Time. Wait for no man. Time is very important. What you are meant to do when you are 30, if you do not do it, when you are 50, you come back and do that thing again. If you are meant to buy a house and you waste that time and that time passes you by, you may never be able to buy that house again. I had a friend, when we were doing locums, when Tony was born, I was saying to my wife, let's invest on properties. Let's buy properties. Guess what my friends were doing then? They were traveling to Abu Dhabi. They were going to Qatar. They were going to all this, and they were telling me, Doc, what's up now? Let's go to Qatar. Let's go to... I was there in Qatar. It felt like a strange place I can never get to. That's only for the rich. I said, I came to London. I didn't come to Count Bridge. Let me focus on what brought me to England. I was buying houses. They were going to Qatar. 19 years after, these guys have still not bought a house. That Qatar they were going to now, I can go there today. The same Abu Dhabi that they were going to now, I can go there. The same Dubai they're going there, I've been there. So you see, there is a time and there's a season for everybody. We must understand the timing and the season. Habits. Develop consistent disciplined habits, such as saving and smart spending. Develop strategic financial habits. Habits is the biggest thing that can control and curtail your life in England. Discipline. Are you actually disciplined? How do you manage your spending? Are you a smart spender? How do you do these things? So let me give you an example. Are you the kind of person that looks at something on the internet and just says, I like this thing, so I'm buying it because I can afford it? Do you look at the gratification involved with it? Do I want to buy it now, or do I want to buy it when it's cheaper? I like good things as well. But you know the difference? I will wait for when it's half the price, or 70% off, or 80% off. I remember saying to my wife that I wanted a wristwatch, and I waited for 5 years. She was like, how can you have money and not buy it at the time? When you want it, just buy it. I said, I cannot wait. I cannot rush, because I have to understand the value for the money. The day I own it is the day it becomes my own. Nobody's going to ask you when you wait, did you buy your own last week? Or did you buy it in the season when it was actually in season? Who cares about season? You wear it, I wear it, we're wearing the same thing. I don't care about the season. I care about the value of it and how much I've paid for it. Smart spending, very, very important. Never be an impulsive buyer. What you need is not what you want, and what you want is not what you need. Which takes me back to my 3Ds. Your decision determines your destiny. And many times in life, it is only what we want we go for. The question you don't ask is, do I need it? When you ask that question, do I need it? What's my scale of preference? A list of goods and services ordered in order of priority. What is essential to my life in this moment in time? I'll take us back quickly to the get-rich scheme. The get-rich-quick myth, please never be caught up in it. If you see anything that is too good to be true, be careful. Because when it's too good to be true, you're running into danger. It's most sensational version promoted on the online scams. The idea is that it's a secret formula. We are the only ones that know it. We will show you that formula. It's a trading algorithm, a piece of software. It's a code. You can generate it online. You can pay for $49.99. We will buy you. We will give you this code. It's easy. If it's too easy to come to you, then run away from it. These schemes are designed to profit the seller and not the buyer. Anything that is a pyramid scheme, algorithm scheme, run away from it. That's why it's called the get-rich myth. Never go there. The financial systems code is the practical code. Here is the most actionable plan, the wealth code itself, where I come from today. In the wealth code system, what do you need to understand? It's cracking the code requires 3 things: the mindset code, the financial literacy code, and the action code. The mindset code is abundance versus scarcity, believing that there are enough opportunities for everyone. Everyone, no matter how tight the medical job is in this country, people are still doing PLAB from Africa, from India, from Asia, from Middle East. And we say that the NHS is going down, but it's a lie. More nurses are coming every day. More doctors are coming every day, and they will continue to come. I know people that are giving birth to their kids today. Their aim is go to a private university in Nigeria, do PLAB, London. That's it. Go to a private school in Nigeria, do PLAB, America. That's it. This universe is enough opportunity for everyone to survive. Investor versus spender. Thinking about how your money can work for you, not just what it can buy for you. How can this money in my hands work for me? You have £1,000. Can you put it into an investment? Or I have £1,000, I'm going to buy a Fendi. Hey, I want to be in trend. What do I prefer? Think about it. The investment mentality or the expenditure mentality. Long term versus short term.
Are you the kind of person that have embraced delayed gratification or instant gratification? I like it now, I get it now. I like it now, but I can wait, I'll get it later. Who are you? What do you prefer? Financial literacy code. Asset versus liability. When you have an asset, it puts money in your pocket, which is stocks, rental incomes, businesses. A liability does what? It takes money from you. You buy a car, car loan, credit card. Those are liabilities. A mortgage on a primary home. Wealth is built by acquiring assets. A wealthy man is a man with assets. Cash flow versus capital gains. Do you make money from ongoing income? People that are rich are people that are sleeping and the money is making money for them when they're in their sleep. They are sleeping, they are snoring, money is entering their accounts every day. What are you doing? Are you a cash flow person? Are you a capital gains person? Selling an appreciated asset, that's capital gains. Building wealth is easier and strong cash flow. There was a guy, he bought this shares called Geregu at 200 naira at some point. Last year, or was it earlier this year, I can't remember, the rumors went around that he sold one of the shares at 1,200 naira. And he only bought 200,000 units, or 2 million units. The guy became a multi-billionaire just for buying something at the right time. And I asked myself, what's my Geregu? What is my own Geregu? What am I going to do? I don't want to hear these things on the internet and just watch them and then laugh and let's close my phone again. Ask yourself these questions. What's my capital gain over a period of time? And what's my cash flow? Leverage. Use other people's money. They call it OPM. Other people's money. Time, employees, systems to scale your results. This includes using a mortgage to buy a real estate or building businesses that runs without you. When you can run anything that you are not there, you are getting there. Other people's money in this country is easy to use. How? Get credit cards. Every credit card will give you something in this country. 0% for 20 months. 0% for 30 months. I got one this week. I was saying to my wife, I'm going to take money out of this card. Even when you know what to do, just make sure you're doing it the right way. Make sure you're just investing in the right place. You're not paying interest on a card for 20 months. Man, what can I not do with that money? I'll do a lot with it. It's called using other people's money. The action code. Practical order of operation. You spend less than you earn. People spend more than they earn in this country. And the symptom that you have all over, you cannot spend more than you earn. Build an emergency fund. Pay off high-interest debt card. Invest consistently. Diversify your income and continue to learn. The personal wealth code. What is wealth to you? What's the time? Is it time to your family? Ability to travel? What are your unique skills and passions? What is your relationship with money? Is it a source of stress for you? Is it freedom? Is it power? These are all codes that we need to sit down in our individual lives and crack them. How do you crack this wealth code? Educate yourself. Find a mentor. Start before you're ready. Focus on your system and define your rich life issues. Write them down. Look at what works for you. I'm not going to take too much of our time anymore. In summary, I'm just going to say to us that wealth code is not a secret password. It's discovering the operating system, a combination of financial education, the right mindset, disciplined action, and a deep understanding of what truly makes you rich. Now, I've told you today, you're going to go home with this code. SLFAS-ASBTF. That's the wealth code that you're going to take home today. What do I call it? Call it for me, guys. That is your wealth code. What is this? This is the code you insert on your phone when you get home and you become rich. So I'm going to show you what the wealth code is. Stop looking for a shortcut and start building the foundation. This is the only code that works. Thank you.